What's up, Planeswalkers? Theorix6 back with some Magic the Gathering Arena beta, and today we are going to play some Flash Event. I didn't realize this was a thing, but we're going to play some Flash Event because it's fun. And instead of playing it with our normal white-black, we're going to play mono-black. I realized that I had not actually done a deck tech for this, but it's pretty simple. It's just a mono-black zombie deck. 4 Dread Wanderers, 4 Festering Mummies, gotta have those sweet 8 1-drops. 2 Cast Down and 2 Reaver Ambush are our removal suite. We have 1 Painful Lesson to stay in the game. You know, gotta keep that drop, and it also counts as a little bit of reach because we can target a different player. And then the rest of it really is just a bunch of aggro black cards. You know, Khenra Eternal, pretty good. Wretched Camel to get our opponent to discard. Lord of the Accursed, Plague Belcher. Everything else pretty much the same. We are running an additional Dunes of the Dead, and because we're mono black, we are able to go ahead and play a Field of Ruin to make sure our opponents who are playing crazy lands don't get ahead of us. Also playing 2 Desert of the Glorified to make sure that we do not flood out. We are only running 23 lands, but for whatever reason, flooding out is still possible. And we do have a relatively low curve. Alright, so yeah, let's go into this Flash Event. With Decay, thank you. And the Flash Event essentially is you play either to get 2 losses or 3 wins. And the buy-in is just it's a pack, and you're gonna get a pack anyway. So it's kind of all upside. It's fine. We are going to try to use the the tracker again today. We'll see if it wants to cooperate. I have been having a decent amount of success with the mono black deck, so I want to see how it does in an area that is most likely going to have a more densely populated competitive decks. Alright, going up against Tupo. Not sure which. Let me know if you guys like the deck tracker. I know some people find it a little annoying, so it's not something that necessarily has to be on screen. I can pretty easily turn it off. 2 lands, 2 5-drops. We do have a 1-drop. I think it will keep it. I'm going first, and I do have Cast Down just in case. It can buy me a little bit of time. Let's go ahead and play Festering Mummy out and see what our opponent is on. They did keep a full 7, so. There's some variation of green. We did get a nice other land. We're going to go and play this just to make sure we are able to cast our Plague Belcher on 3. Let's see if this is... Alright. Could be green-white counters, but they are off to a slow start. Since I don't have a Lord in hand, I am very likely going to dump my my Plague Belcher counters on the Mummy. Yeah, I think that's the best play. I don't get value off of the Festering Mummy, but I should be able to get the benefits of having a nice 5/4. Prowling Serpent part, that is fine. I can even cast that out. But I don't necessarily, or cast it down, sorry. But I don't even necessarily need to yet, because I do have Menace. So I will just get in, put them down to 12, and I'll play at our Khenra Eternal. Drawing a land next turn, totally fine. I'll be able to play one of my great 5-drops. If not, I still have a pretty good board. My opponent's already on 12. So let's see if our opponent plays anything that needs killing more than this Serpent card. Pride Sovereign. Honestly, I'm not terribly scared about that. This does imply that he's running, what, Regal Caracal, I think? And that might be a worthwhile cast down target. But I think I will probably end up killing... Huh. It does get larger. I'm not sure what I want to kill. So, I could, theoretically, go to attacks next turn and hope that they make bad blocks. But I want to, if I draw the 5th land, I want to be able to immediately play my cards. So I think I'll get rid of Serpapard, and the reason for this is because it shrinks down Sovereign. So they don't have great blocks if I'm able to play Mastery, which I am hoping I can. I can. What a lovely turn of events. So yeah, now they can't perfectly block my Khenra Eternal, because obviously they're not going to want to trade their Pride Summon, but they frankly might have to, because I just have them on the back foot. And that would deal a total of 2 damage to them anyway, so we'll see what they decide to do. Looks like they're going to make the trade. And the reason they'll take the damage is because of the Afflict and then the life loss from the Plague Belcher. So they're still going to 4 here. They have a single lifelink creature, so technically they're at 5. But we have a menace creature and 2 3/3s. Yeah, it does not seem very good for them. Good game. I will just go ahead and attack beforehand. Just flunge in there. I don't necessarily need to play the Oh, settle the wreckage to me. Alright, sure. I didn't expect that from a creature deck, honestly. I still think that they're on the back foot enough that it shouldn't help them. And that good game was absolutely a bait. Okay, alright. Oh, blockers. But, I mean, they're still at 4. And I'm going to resolve a Liliana.
I love what they've done to the place.
I would love to mill a Dreadwander here. I did not. Got rid of a Khenra and a Wretched. So yeah, there's the Caracal. Yeah, I mean, I'll still block here. I'm not really worried about them getting a super large board, because I will be able to potentially blow everything up with Liliana. I won't be able to kill the cat, which is pretty important, because the cat does become a zombie. This is nice. I'll likely be able to get back into the game. And I will plus Liliana again.
The dead are loyal.
And that's exactly what I wanted from that plus. So they're going to be able to gain a decent amount of life here, but they won't have... They're going to lose stuff. They're not going to be able to kill Liliana, depending on what's in their hand, obviously. They probably won't be able to kill Liliana outright, and I'll be able to continually accrue value. Sunmare? Sure. Sunmare is going to be a problem, for sure. I don't think that... Yeah. They don't want to send in Caracal. But yeah, here Liliana's just going to lose 2. And because... Crested Sunmare doesn't care how many times you gain life in a turn, it's just that you did. So they'll still only get 1 horse. But again, I'm not terribly afraid. Festering Mummy is great because I will be able to cycle it, essentially, with Vanquisher's Banner. That is unfortunate. Yeah, I think it's correct to still just plus, like... They're going to be able to keep building up with Sunmare, but they aren't going to be able to really outpace the amount of... Because if they attack... I mean, they'll likely only attack with the horse, and I can just chump block with, like, Dreadwander or something. So unless they have something, like, very good here. Cat's pretty good here. Sure, Destiny. Gives your guys Vigilance. That makes their attacking slightly better, but not by much. Because they want to gain life here. That, I was about to say, that seems incorrect. Sure. Sure. So I will just eat. Oh, I have to go to blocks. I will just eat the cat and chump the horse. That is not what I want to see. Yeah, and I still don't have anything really worth pulling out here. Remember what I said about the flooding? Happens.
I am in control.
Oh, I got another Dreadwander at least. Pride Sovereign is likely going to be the biggest problem here. An important point of note is that when I attacked while they were at 3, I should have just attacked with Plague Belcher. But I just hit all because I wanted to essentially like make this guy's life easier. What? Okay. He keeps like accidentally attacking with Sunmare or something. I don't know. So the thing here is Liliana is now at a point where I can kill everything except... Oh no, I can kill everything except for these 2 horses. Okay. So it looks like they realized that. Although... So yeah, I think they're trying to figure out a way in which I let any of this through. They have no cards in hand. I feel like this attack was incorrect. Just make sure this doesn't have trample. No, doesn't have trample. None of their lands give anything trample. Everything's blocked, right? Blocked. 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 Yeah. So that should be fine. Yeah, that's totally fine. I expected that. I guess it doesn't really matter what I put it on. Eh? Because now he doesn't have the Horse Lord anymore. So I can just minus Liliana here. Which I'm going to do. With Vanquisher's Banner, I should still be in the game. I think it's just correct to take out their creatures. And I can just reload with Vanquisher's Banner. Honestly, I think this is probably fine. Oh, hello! Go ahead and play another Liliana. And even though I absolutely misplayed, I'm not being punished. Do I want to get anything back?
I have conquered death.
Not really.
As I will conquer you.
I still have plenty of cards in my library. I'm not worried. And I might get another Dreadwander.
Another minion.
I did not. I got a Plague Belcher and a Camel. Sure. Okay. They're dead. There are technically 12. I have much more than 12 attackers. Oh, excuse me, technically 13. Okay, cool. I'll go for another game. Like, awkward. I didn't reset my tracker. Maybe it's fine. People do seem to prefer the relatively shorter videos. But I feel weird just playing one game. Got a turn 1, a turn 2, and a turn 3, with the potential for a turn 5. 100% keep. I'm trying to get my deck tracker to cooperate with me. It's, you know, it's a newish deck tracker. It should be. There are bound to be some problems with it. Well, let's see what Gravy J is on. Right. Red, blue of some kind. Go ahead and attack. This might be the prowess deck that's been running around. Matchup against that's usually pretty good. And I have removal for anything that he plays. Almost anything. I can't think of any legendaries, but he didn't play anything, so I'll just go and play Lord next turn. Playing Lord, he might Magma Spray my guy. This was Desert. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what deck this is. Well, attack. They didn't have anything for it. Right. Let's see if they have anything now. Maybe? Okay, sure. They kill my guy after... Oh, right. This was on their turn. Okay, got another land. Sadly, I don't have my Josu. But, again, I can just cast down one of their creatures that they play. And... yeah, and then next turn I can play Liliana's Mastery. And then follow that up with Vanquisher Banner. I can't kill Joyber though. I'm offended, frankly. That's fine. I will just play Liliana's Mastery. They won't have an easy time attacking or blocking. Not sure what this deck is. Maybe they forget about the Master Launch last time? Nope. Okay. Let's see what they have. They could... I mean, I guess they could just play more removal, but it doesn't really get them anywhere. They likely have a counterspell here, but I'm fine with that. I'll just cast Vanquisher Banner to try and get value out of it. And let's see if they go for the counterspell. Nope. So I'll theoretically be able to get in there for a decent amount of damage. Now they could block the Festering Mummy so I don't get value? Sure. This still isn't terribly favorable for them. She's not a wizard. She's an artificer. Alright. I mean, sure. I'm fine with that block. I still hit them down to 6, and I make Joyra a 2/2. I'm fine with that. Yeah, I mean, that's fine, and I'm going to start accruing a ton of value with my Vanquisher banner next turn. I mean, this seems fine. They are missing their land drops, which is not good for them, but it's great for me. Do I want to attack first? Do I want to attack first? Sure. I don't think it necessarily matters, but I guess the reason to not attack first is like a lord, but I would need to draw what, like, sure. I was gonna say I would need to draw like lord into, yeah, I would need like lord into land into lord, but I don't, that wouldn't work. So sure, you survive for now. I assume he blocks both? I don't see them going down to 2. No, okay. That's fine. You lose both your guys. And I'm going to make some dudes. I would like to draw land at some point. Cool. So the reason is I want to be able to Plague Belcher and Wretched Camel. That way, a board wipe is just not good for them, because they're just going to lose a bunch of life. So, it's Plague Belcher, and I will Plague Belcher on Festering Mummy. I think it's the least important card. Got another cast down, which doesn't seem to matter, because they're running a bunch of legends. Alright, let's see what my opponent could possibly have here. Divination? I don't think that will save you. Has like, what, 9 cards in hand? Yeah. 9 cards in hand with no gas is, it's not gonna save you. Alright, well, I will end up splitting this into 2 videos then. Well, no, because I only need to get to 3 wins. I have 2. What am I talking about? I'm just gonna try to get 1 more win. It's fine. Everything's fine. Going up against Iron Shift Ramsey. I wonder if he's going to call my deck a donkey and say it's, like, undercooked. I absolutely love watching Gordon Ramsay yell at people. It's absolutely fantastic. Alright, so for whatever reason last game, Tracker didn't want to track, but this game is fine. This hand is slow. We're going second. We're going second, and it's slow. I will mulligan this. I have 2 5-drops, a tap land, no 1-drop. This is fine. Yeah, so I can play the 1-drop. I can play the 1-drop. I will absolutely scry basic on top just so I can play the 2-drop as well. Playing the 3-drop on curve isn't necessarily important depending on what deck I'm going up against. But yeah, this is a fine keep. And I will actually scry that to the bottom. I would like an untapped land. Alright, opponent leads off with black. It's not exactly what I wanted to see. If I have to, next turn playing a tapped desert's fine, because I do have the 1-drop, so I'm just hoping that I don't get punished. I mean, it's not even really punished, I don't think. I think the initial mulligan was fine, and I think this, staying with this hand was also fine. This appears to potentially be mono black. What the heck? What is this? Oh, right. No. With 3, remove kind of draw a card. Okay. So yeah, I think this is some sort of mono-black control. I did get a swamp, which is fantastic, which means I will be able to keep the pressure up. And yeah, Reaver Ambush does not seem like it's going to be necessarily something that is impactful in this matchup. If anything, it's just going to be removing a blocker, so. Let's see what they have. They can pay a bunch of mana to draw a card, and that doesn't seem very good for them. I mean, it looks like that's probably what they're going to do, is end of my turn, draw a card. Ooh, I wish I had the untapped land, but that's fine. I'll be able to play it next turn. Yeah, sure, it's fine. So essentially here I want to draw like Swamp into Swamp. Am I going to get like Torment of Scarabs? Maybe? All of these mono black control decks are very, very unique, very different in terms of how they plan on like winning, how they plan on going through the game. So, I mean, this is the first time I'm seeing that pyramid. Vicious Offering? Sure. And probably end turn and use the pyramid end of turn to draw. Makes sense. Once again, didn't get a land, but that is fine. I will cast my Lord. They probably will kill it, but I can't be sure. If they kill it, that does slow down their card draw. How much is this? This is 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 for 3 cards over several turns. Yeah, that's fine. Put them down to 11. Yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see what this deck's game plan is, because I'm fine with this game going long-ish, as long as I am able to hit my 5 mana. Sooner would be preferable to later, for sure. Come on, Iron Shift Ramsey. Let's see what you have. This music is fine. Sure. It just feels very generic. Which is fine. It doesn't feel MTG. I don't know what does feel MTG. Sure, make me exile creature. That's fine. So yeah, I am getting a lot of 5-drops and not a lot of lands, which is frustrating because if you remember in the first game, we got plenty of land. We're just not getting it here. And they hit their 6th mana. Immortal Sun. Nope, Immortal Sun, please. Can't activate. Oh, that's a little annoying. And drew another Planeswalker. So those Lilianas essentially are no longer cards. Yeah, I mean that's unfortunate. Especially since I'm not drawing lands. I mean, I'm able to. I have a removal spell, and I do have them on 9, but they're up on value so much because I haven't drawn my 5th land. What have you got for 6? Are you not doing? Oh, that was his upkeep. Why did he have a hold on his upkeep? Sure. Exile card creature with power 3 or less. Oh, right, Immortal Sun means I can never do that. Crap. Well, Dreadwater is going to be a blocker. At least for a turn. Land, please? No, I got a Camel. So Camel's going to be a blocker. Yeah, man, that's really frustrating. And I'm just going to press end turn so I can skip through, because I can't really do anything. But my opponent is holding priority. I guess, yeah, he's going to draw a card. So that's the last card he'll draw off of that. Now it'll just be scrying. So yeah, my opponent is accruing value that I can't match. I have not enough lands. And depending on what I draw next turn, might need to just concede, if nothing else, but for time, because at this point, they're just getting they're getting 2 cards to my 1 every turn, and even if I draw a land, I'll need to draw another land. So, and they have a second turn. Yeah, pretty sure that this is a lost cause. In fact, just gonna concede. All right. Ramsey brought it. Alright, back to Decklist, go to Decay. Maybe it'll actually play nice. Alright, so this will be the last game. Either we win, or we lose. Let's hope it's fast either way. I gotta give the people what they want. Druish Lightning. Not Jewish. Druish Lightning. I really hope this guy's name is Drew. Otherwise, that might be offensive, maybe? I'm not offended. A 1, a 2, a 3, and a 5. Got mana. That's a keep in my eyes. I'm going second, which is frustrating, but it's cool. Same Dominaria board. Might be more mono black. Ifnir Deadlands. Pretty good if I'm able to combo with Dunes of the Dead. Pseudo as well. Let's see what my opponent is going to do. Okay, looks like it is probably mono black. That's fine. I'm also mono black, but I am trying to kill you. Yeah, Festering Mummy is just like not nearly as good as Dread Wanderer. A 1-mana 2/1 is so valuable. What the heck? What? Huh? Okay, maybe it's not an aggressive, or not a control deck. I guess. Man, I sound like I'm confused and befuddled all the time with my opponents. I swear, I don't mean to. That's Plague Belcher Light for those who are unaware. I will go ahead and play Dunes of the Dead, and I'll play Lord. So at present, I do have the mana in hand, in situation, to be able to cast Liliana's Mastery, so that's fantastic. Next turn is a pretty easy Wretched Camel into potentially activating Lord of the Accursed, just to make sure I can get through for some damage. And following that, Liliana's Mastery. I hate you, and I can't believe you've done this. Luckily, I drew a follow-up play, and I can play 2 2-drops instead. So I'm going to kill you. I just want you to know that. Something, some more forum talk with Justin, I suppose. On the arena forums, they recently did their state of the beta address or whatever, and one thing that people are a little bit worried about is that there isn't gonna be. So this is mono black zombies, I guess, but not as aggressive as mine. So I could Ifnir that. But I just want a Majesty. If I'm Majesty, I can only really, I legitimately think it's correct to Ifnir that. Which makes me sad, because Liliana's is, better. No, I hate that. People are worried about the next wipe. They're worried that, if there isn't a wipe until the beginning of open beta, then people will have built up a ton of collection just to lose it, and that's a lot. It's a lot of feel bads. So a lot of people are just give us a wipe in between so that we don't grow as attached to our collections. I'm pretty curious how I'm going to. Yeah, this is a mono black zombie deck. Interesting. Well, I apologize for murdering you, but I've probably been playing zombies longer. Man, that sounds like elitist nonsense. Ignore that. Yeah, but people want the wipe, and I think I want the wipe. sooner than later. But like, I'm curious what exactly I'm gonna do in terms of content creation, because I'm gonna start from scratch, and I know I'm not doing draft because because I'm not good at it, and right now the payout system is dead unless they change that, which who knows if they will. 200 gold, 1 pack. So I essentially I spent 800 gold on a pack. Essentially, that's what this boils down to, because it was only 200. I've seen some people get like 500 gold. I guess this gives me a little bit of time to discuss random rewards. No, don't do that. Like with draft, that's one of the big things I don't like about draft, and I can actually go. I should be able to still see it. Yeah, 1 to 2 bonus packs. Like that's nonsense, right? There shouldn't be variable rewards, I don't think. I think that if they want to front load rewards to make it so that people who maybe don't have the same resources or skill level as others still feel rewarded for going, you know, like 2 and 3 or something like that, I think that's valuable. Like, I think it's fine if you front load the rewards and have it so that later on in the reward structure, it's not as rewarding. Like the reward difference from like 6 to 7 wins is drastically smaller than the reward distance from like 2 and 3, right? Like, I think that's fine, but I would be super annoyed, right, if I got all the way to 7 wins and I got 1 pack, and I went 0 wins and I got 2. The reason I'd be annoyed is just because like then it feels like my skill has like nothing to do with it, and that's I don't know. That might be coming from a place of someone who views this in more of a competitive light, and I guess that's fair. Like, that's a fair criticism. But I just don't like the idea of randomized rewards. I want to know what I'm getting when I go into it. That's my second Gilded Lotus. Arena is telling me to make something, I'm sure of it. But yeah, those are my ramblings. That was a weird flash event with my mono black zombies. As I said, it's doing pretty well. You know, hit me with a thumbs up if you liked the video. Shoot me a comment in the comment section to tell me what you like, what you don't like. Hit me with subscription if you'd like to see more. And until next time, all will be one.